Yo, what's up guys? This is KarlDaGreat of Amazing Wizard Studios. Welcome to the team's 10-year anniversary special. To honor the 10th anniversary of the team's establishment, this is the unboxing of the 8BitDo Pro 2 Bluetooth controller in gray. On the front of the box, we see an outline of what we expect to be its contents. And if you look down here, it says Hall Effect joystick. Looking at the back of the box, we see some info about the 8BitDo Pro 2. On the left is the list of devices the controller will work with. Looking on the right, we see some brief specs of the controller itself. Alright, let's get to actually unboxing this thing. Thankfully, opening the box is as simple as opening a flap, and now we can pull out the travel case. Opening that case reveals the controller itself and an instruction manual. The instruction manual is in several different languages and mainly shows a diagram of the controller and how to pair it with compatible devices, but also shows some other things. Alright, it's now time to get to the controller itself. On the front, we got the turbo button, the profile button, the 3 profile LEDs, the home button with LED, the 2 Hall Effect joysticks, a 4-way D-pad, the select button, the start button, and the 4 face button. On the top, we got the L1 and R1 buttons, as well as the triggers L2 and R2, the sync button, the power LED, and the USB Type-C connector. On the back, we got the P1 and P2 buttons, both which can be mapped to other controls on the controller itself. On top of this, we've got a battery cover, and the mode switch, which allows us to switch between 4 different modes on the controller. Alright, it's time to open the battery cover. Underneath that battery cover is a rechargeable battery pack, but we can instead use 2 AA batteries. Looking at the bottom of the controller, we don't really see much. In fact, the 4 status LEDs are pretty much what we see down here on the controller itself. Alright, with all that out of the way, it's time to test the controller on some different games on different devices. On the PC, this one's on Windows 10, but yet the controller works with both Windows 10 and 11. As you can see, I'm off-roading in the Adabello Stambecco van on Jungle Rock Island, and the controller is quite responsive. In fact, we were able to traverse through this trail easily, and it was quite some fun. Next up is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Nintendo Switch. Once again, the controller is quite responsive. In fact, we were even able to use items from stunts with the shoulder buttons and the trigger. All this high-speed action is fun, as you're about to see, the controller does well at both taking screenshots and go into the home menu, respectively done with the turbo and home buttons. Last but not least, we got CarX Drift Racing 3 on the iPad Mini 5, running iPadOS 18.5. As you can see, we were having fun drifting in the car in the game that resembles the Toyota Sora and Lexus SC300 Z30. The controller is responsive yet again, although the controls may be finicky if you're not too familiar. In this case, the face button layout with the controller will be the same as that of a Switch controller if you use it to play mobile games on iPhone or iPad. In this case, you may have to change some settings in the device settings and or in the in-game options to suit your needs or your preferences. And I'm sorry for forgetting to show this earlier, but the controller did come with this USB-C charging cable for charging. Now I didn't see it until now, but it was actually in this mesh pocket in the travel case. But it's alright, mistakes happen. What matters is that we learn from them and strive to do better. Alright, that was about it for the 8BitDo Pro 2 Bluetooth controller unboxing. Yeah, it was a nice special for the 10th anniversary of the establishment of Amazing Wizard Studios. Don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and comment for future content. Also, don't forget to follow Amazing Wizard Studios on social media. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we post the videos and start streaming. This is KarlDaGreat of Amazing Wizard Studios signing out. Peace.